Welcome everybody to this edition of my Grayze podcast. And I am so excited to have with us today Mr. Ferdous Ahmed, who is one of the owners of what's it? The Taste
Taste
of
of
Spice.
Spice.
Taste of Spice restaurant here in Naga City. And I stumbled upon this because my cousin, she is a big foodie. And she once said, and this was a couple months ago, she said, you have to try out this restaurant called Spice. Because I told her one of my favorite foods ever is Mediterranean food. I love Mediterranean, I love Indian food, and just that region. And she said, you have to go to Taste of Spice because they serve good Mediterranean. And I says, let me be the judge of that. Only because here in the Philippines, I've noticed that, if they say that it's a Korean restaurant or it's a Japanese restaurant or even a Mexican restaurant or they serve pasta Italian, it's not really authentic. Okay, it's very Filipino how they fused all of the international dishes to make it seem like it's from international, but it really isn't. Okay, but so when I came here, and I really had I really didn't have any high hopes until I had the chicken masala, and I said it was really good. And then I met the owner, Ferdous, and I said to myself, he doesn't look Filipino. And and I said, this is going to have to be very authentic then. And when I had their chicken masala, it was probably one of the best chicken masalas I've had.
Thank you.
And actually, it's interesting because the chicken masala it's a bit sweeter than usual chicken masalas I've ever had.
The story behind our chicken masala, because we have similar restaurant in Scotland, and we little bit modified our masala to make it suitable for our customer over there, and so it's so popular here. So we kept the same recipe. We use all natural ingredients. The sweetness come from the pineapple and tomatoes. Yeah.
Okay. I've never had chicken masala with pineapple juice, but I have to say, it is just absolutely just lovely. I love it. This is like my fourth time here, and every time I come here, I always have the chicken masala. People actually saying, hey, you're going to have to try something different. And I'm like, okay, I promise you, I'm going to try something different.
Well, if you like something.
Exactly, yeah. And your flatbread is actually very good too.
Thank you.
But I had a real interesting time when I first met him about sometime last week. And he was actually here. I met your wife,
Yes.
Maria Elena Francisco, who happens to be Filipino. And very lovely. I wish you could join us today, but I think she's a little preoccupied today, right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to be talking to Ferdous about how basically how you succeeded in life. So tell us a little bit about yourself. I mean, you told me earlier you had some interesting stories of why you came to the Philippines, and I'd like to know if you could share that with our listeners.
Well, to make it very simple, you have to have a visions in front of you, what you want to achieve, and if you put these visions in your mind and you keep thinking about it, the way will open for you, and eventually, by today or tomorrow, you have it. But first, you have to know what you want in your life.
You have to have a dream. You have to have a vision.
Yes, you have to have a dream. That's right. Yes,
I've noticed that too, and a lot of the successful people I have interviewed, including yourself, they always started off with a dream.
Yes.
Right, and the dream led to a passion.
That's right.
Is cooking one of your passions?
Well, when I moved to UK in 1993. I was studying hotel and catering management, and then I'm doing part-time work in a restaurant. I started washing dishes in the restaurant, and I saw the people, the chef and everybody making nice dishes, and they get so much appreciation from the customer, the satisfied customer, they're coming in the kitchen and saying, "Hey, chef, it's so nice." So I said, "Oh, uh, maybe I can do this one." So once I finished my hotel and catering management, I became brave to whatever money I have saved, and I just borrowed some money and opened my first restaurant in 1998
Wow.
in Scotland. Yes.
Was it Mediterranean food?
It was Asian cuisine. Yeah, it's
Okay.
called Taste to Spice. Yes,
And you opened that in Scotland.
Scotland. Yes.
Okay. Was it Scotland? That's a beautiful country. Very green.
Scotland is very green, very mountainous, hilly, most pretty similar like Philippines. Only difference, Scotland is cold and always rain.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the only difference is you don't have Filipinos there.
We have some Filipinos, but not as
Prevalent,
many
yeah.
in Middle East. Yes.
Yeah. So it's interesting how you were able to go from Scotland and almost halfway around the world. You're in another green country, archipelago of the Philippines. How did you get here?
Well, I met my beautiful wife while I was working in hospital in Saudi Arabia. We were working as a dietitians in the same place. That's how I met my wife, Maria.
Oh, so she was working there too.
Yeah,
Okay.
she was working there. So the first time I came to Philippines in the back and the end of 1992, and we get married. Yeah, end of 1992. It's almost 31 years now.
Did you get married in the Philippines?
Yes. in
Okay.
Manila, yeah.
You know what that means, right? Yeah, marriage is forever, right?
Yeah.
There's no divorce
So far,
here.
so good. Yes.
You know, okay.
Yeah.
So you've been married now for about 20, almost 30 years,
Yes.
and you've started this Taste of Spice restaurant. I mean, when did you actually start this restaurant, and what were some of the more difficult times in your, in the career or of you being here that really tested your resolve?
Well, I was very happily doing my business in Scotland. I have 2 Subway franchise. I have my restaurant, and all of a sudden the pandemic came along. At the beginning, I thought it's just a come and go. It's nothing serious, but it suddenly hit the hammer in the head when we have to close all our business.
Close all of it.
Yes, yeah. And then some people managed the closing, but I couldn't comprehend my thought and thinking, and I was in the brink of very much distress, and I had some panic attack and depressions. So I managed that. I came out more stronger and more healthier and more happier for the pandemic. Thanks goodness for the pandemic. It teach me lessons. So that moment we decided that yes, we always think about moving sometime in the future to the Philippines because my wife from Naga. So this is the time we have to make a decision. So we moved back in August 2021. August 2021.
That's just recently.
Recently, yes. And we had this place from one of our friends. We leased the place, we built the building. And December 2021, yes, we started our business, yes.
2021, that's about 2 years ago.
No, it's December 2022 we started our business.
Okay, 2020. That's almost right after the pandemic, or
Just after pandemic.
right
yeah.
after the pandemic,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
And was it challenging for you?
It was challenging because the Philippines, especially Naga, still have limitations. The children under 18 and the senior citizen not allowed to out. People have to still wear masks, and you have to have a
Yeah.
distance. So yeah, it's a challenge to open a business in pandemic, but if you can take the challenge,
Yeah.
so
This is your passion, food.
oh yes, Russian food. We see yeah, there's a lot of nice restaurant in Naga,
Yeah.
a lot of place is delicious food. Naga is the food place. Everywhere you go, you restaurant, but we see there is a gap for healthy food. I mean,
Yeah.
using natural ingredients
Yeah.
food. And we thought that we could do that once, and
Yeah.
then so far it's come out. It's really working. People are appreciating us. Yes.
So healthy food is your is the cuisine that you're serving here.
Yeah.
The food that I had, unfortunately, it's only been limited. It's only been chicken masala. But I do promise I'm gonna have to expand and try out your other food. But your food here is much healthier. You're saying.
Yeah,
Right.
chicken masala, example, chicken masala,
Yeah.
the ingredient we use, all natural ingredients. You get breast pieces of chicken,
Yeah.
okay? You get cardamom seed, you get cumin seed, you get bay leaves, you get cinnamons, you get fresh tomatoes, pineapple, you get salt, garlic, onions, and then lemon seed or calamansi.
Yeah.
Calamansi juice. That's all you get in the chicken masala. There is nothing
Wow.
hidden.
So no MSG.
No MSG.
No excess salt.
No.
Right. No, and since you're using chicken breast, you're limiting the amount of fat that actually
Yes.
goes. That's one of the things I've noticed in chicken masala, which is what I like, is that it's not sitting in a you know, in a little pond of oil.
Yeah.
It's actually seemed very healthy for me.
Yeah.
You know.
So this is the difference because I don't know other places, but some places they use lot of artificial ingredients. Even they don't know what is inside the Western sauce
Yeah.
or magic syrup or nor cube. You know how they made it. So yeah, all our meat are natural meat. There is no farm meat like scanned or
Okay.
deformed meat.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. So it's not packaged meat,
Not
right?
packaged, yeah.
So you're not opening up like a can of spam or corned beef or anything like that, right?
No, but if you do, we'll tell the customer
Yeah.
this is done by that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Before we actually started the podcast, you were telling me a story of a health scare that you've had,
yeah,
which it's almost became the catalyst for you to be able to come to the Philippines
yeah.
and to start a life here. Could you share that?
Well, when the pandemic hit, I was taken back with so much thoughts going on my head. I'm not sharing with my wife or anybody because it shows that I'm weak, but I couldn't manage it alone. So it's getting okay. My business is closed now, so how I'm going to pay my mortgage? How are we going to pay my loan? How are we going to pay for my car? What will be happen if this house is going to be purchased? How are we going to show my face to my old friends?
Because were you feeling some degree of shame at that level?
Yes, shame or guilty. How I'm going to show my face to my children. I have two boys. They look on me.
Wow.
And it's build up. And one night I'm lying on my bed and it's so build up and I see the cold blood running to my head. I feel like I'm having a heart attack. So I jump out from the bed, run to my living room, and then I am just restless. I start taking deep breath and slow down.
Wow.
I haven't told these things to anybody. I kept it myself.
I appreciate sharing.
But it's built up so much acid in my stomach. Then you have to run to the toilet because when you are afraid or scared or you're panic, your stomach release acid and these things gone for a week and I thought, yes, I need to go and see a doctor. So I phoned up my GPs in Scotland, and because of pandemic, they said, sorry, there is no face-to-face.
To just go to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but okay, we can give you an appointment 4 weeks time.
Yeah.
So I have to wait 4 weeks. In these 4 weeks, I start research. Google is a great help. I start research on the Google why I'm having this, and there's so much information. I landed with a page as an Irish doctor psychologist called Dr. Harry Vardy. He's a great doctor. He got so many books, and he teach one of his YouTube video grounding techniques. So it means when you're having a panic attack, when you're getting a fear coming to your body, and your mind saying you are in danger, but you have to sit tight and you have to tell, no, I'm not in danger. I'm fine, I'm breathing well. Let it come, come on. And then what happened? It just stopped.
Really?
It just stopped, yeah.
So are you saying it's more like mind over matter?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
It's so much in the conscious mind build up the fear, and then unconscious mind think that I am in danger.
Yeah.
So it's click flight or fight mode.
Yeah.
Have you heard
Flight,
of?
yeah. Flight or fight.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how and then this is not only the things. Then we have to change my diet, my sleeping pattern, my thinking. When I all combine everything and slowly start changing, I start to feel better. I start to feel, by the end of my appointment date come, I'm so much better. I don't need to go. I still appear and just to check I'm fine, yes.
Yeah, one of the things I changed in my diet is I reduce my as much sugar as I can.
Yes.
So I don't eat as much rice.
Yes.
Right? And you know how hard that is living in the Philippines?
Philippines, yes.
Everything is rice based.
Yeah.
You know, but what I love about eating the chicken masala is that I order it with flatbread, right? Versus the white rice.
Okay.
And it is such a big difference. And I do that at home now too. You know, it's like I opt to just eat the dish without the rice. But it is so hard because Filipino food is meant to become always combined with rice.
Yeah. You're right. Sugar is the number one culprit, but people start to understand this slowly because at the past, I heard so much about butter and oil and fat, but now the trend is changing. The butter oil is not that bad that what we told is actually the sugar. And here in the Philippines, we love sugary food. Halo, ice cream, cake, everything.
3-in-1 coffee. You know, in fact, we're enjoying coffee right now, but it is black. There is no sugar in my coffee. There's no cream in my sugar. You know, and some people say, man, that you live a pretty boring life. And I tell you, you know what? My life is anything but boring. Okay. So, so you came to the Philippines to help change some of your lifestyle and some of your patterns and some of your eating habits, right? What did you do? What did you do that's different?
Well, first we decide we need to change the scenery. Scotland is beautiful, it's nice, people are very, very friendly. Most of the friendliest people are Scottish people. But for what happened over the pandemic, I need to change scenery. I need to look after myself, my health and my mind. And one of the things is Philippines, the weather, the sunshine, the people, the smile in the face. So we decided to move to Philippines.
So you decided to move here permanently?
We haven't decided to open a restaurant.
Okay. But you decided to move to the Philippines.
Yeah, we wanted to do something.
Yeah.
We don't know what. So we are having a dinner with our friends, and then some of friends said, "Oh, you run a very good restaurant in Scotland. Maybe you can do here."
Yeah.
It doesn't take much persuasion, so I said yes. Um, that's how we get started with building the restaurant, and we built it within 5 months.
5 months. So was this whole
It
building was all, it wasn't here?
it wasn't here, no, no.
5 months to build this?
Yeah, we have friends and engineers who help to build these things quickly.
I gotta tell you, that's amazing because nothing gets built here that fast.
No, it's built so fast, yeah.
Because I see some buildings here in the Philippines, it takes like years to get done. You know, so for you to build this restaurant in 5 months, that is a monumental task.
Yes.
You know, I think a lot of it is because coming out of the pandemic, a lot of people were hungry, right? And so, especially the construction workers, they needed to make some money.
Yeah.
And for you to say, hey, I'm opening up this restaurant, I got 5 months, I need it done.
I don't take any credit for building this place 5 months because we have friend who is been similar kind of business. They're doing
A restaurant or
no,
engineer?
like in a construction business.
construction.
Yeah, and they're doing throughout the years building after building. So
Wow.
without their help, it is
Yeah.
not possible. So I credit to them.
What do you consider is some of the biggest struggles you had having this restaurant, and what did you do to overcome it?
Finding the ingredients. This is the biggest struggle because you find recently we have problem with the onions. Okay,
Yeah.
but apart from onions,
Now it's the eggs, by the way.
yeah, you get chicken breast, and all of a sudden you don't get chicken breast for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So no chicken breast, or we get supply from we get basmati rice, we get our Asian ingredients from Manila,
Yeah.
and suddenly they have no stock because not coming in, and they don't know when coming in. So this is a challenge. So
Yeah.
we learn how to overcome challenge. Now once the supply came in, we have to reserve more, buy more,
Sure.
that it lasts for longer.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is there a charity that you support that, or some kind of a foundation that you're passionate in?
Yeah, I'm a Rotary member, and through membership we support Rotary.
Yeah.
Do you know about Rotary?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So Rotary is a international organizations, and all the members, they pay a fee for monthly fee or yearly fee, and which all get collected and sent all over the world where they're needed.
Yeah.
Apart from that, the Rotarians also do
Yeah.
lot of voluntary work. So yes, at the moment I'm just supporting Rotary.
Yeah, it's like one of the things I have found that every successful person I've interviewed so far always had a foundation or a charity that they support. And the same thing with you. You're going to be starting some kind of, are you passionate about children, about the environment?
Yes. I'm passionate about children. I'm passionate about environment, and I'm actually looking if in the future maybe we can do something here in the Philippines locally.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm really excited to see what that's going to be, you know.
Yeah, we'll share it to you.
Yeah, maybe you could teach, there's a lot of budding restaurateurs,
Yeah.
right? You could always teach them how to start and open up a successful restaurant in the Philippines.
Yes.
You know, I know that's some people I know who have always thought about opening up their own restaurant, but they don't even know the first thing what to do.
Yeah.
Right. So your wife Maria Elena, when you met her, did you ever talked about one day opening up a restaurant together?
No, on the back at the beginning.
Yeah.
No, we are very much in love, and we just want to move forward and
Yeah.
build a house, have a family.
Yeah.
This is all we thought about it.
Yeah.
Never ever thought about opening a restaurant in Naga. She is actually from Mayon Avenue.
Okay, so she was originally here. That's how you landed here.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Yeah.
she had family here, and she
Yes.
had extended, relatives and everybody, right?
Yeah,
And you first came to Naga when?
yeah. 1992.
Oh my God! I tell you, back then Naga was nothing.
I had a we. There's only one flight
Yeah.
is to come from Manila and Naga that time, but
Yeah.
it wasn't regular. Sometimes it's cancelled.
Yeah.
So the first time I came Naga, we took a train.
Oh my
From-
God! I heard about that train. The train from Manila to Naga. I heard someone said, "Oh, it takes about a couple days to get here."
No, it was on that time overnight train. So we get on around 4 or 5 in the afternoon, evening, and we arrived Naga about 4 in the morning.
Okay, so like about 10-hour and 12-hour ride or something like that.
The train was nice. They had a
Okay.
big chair with the white cover.
Okay. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
So there's so many people selling on the train all over. The
Oh,
train.
of course, of course. And now they come in with their salted eggs or with their banana cubes
Yes,
or
yeah.
whatever it is that they're selling. That's one thing I really love about the Philippines, and I really get to enjoy and also support is the vendors.
Vendors, yes.
Because they're out there trying to make money. They're
Yes.
out there trying to make to support their families,
Yes.
right? And they work really hard, night and day. Sometimes they work like 6, 7 days a week,
Yes.
just to feed their families. And so when you first came here to Naga, it was probably this is nothing compared to how it is today.
No, I walked Mayon Avenue.
Yeah.
So if you have to go to the centro
Yeah.
from Mayon Avenue, there is only Pajak here.
Yeah.
There's no tricycle, nothing. So you have to walk Mayon Avenue to the
Yeah.
uneven drive
Yeah.
to get a tricycle or a jeepney
Yeah.
going to the centro.
Wow.
Now you can see all the jeeps and tricycle and everything
Yeah.
moving in the Mayon Avenue. It was very small. Yeah.
I bet you wish that you could have bought some land back then.
Yes.
Because right now land in Naga is extremely expensive.
Yes.
I mean, you probably thought back then, oh well, I don't know if this place will ever grow, but it's amazing how beautiful Naga has turned out just in the last 5 years since
Yes.
I've been here.
Yeah. Yes, Naga developed recently developed so rapidly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So,
agree.
have you thought about opening up Taste of Spice too, or other restaurants in the future?
Not yet.
Not yet.
No.
No.
Well, I don't know, but
Okay.
I'm very content just now.
Yes, you're very content just now.
Yeah.
Well, I could tell that. I mean, ever since that you moved here, you said earlier that you feel more relaxed.
Yes.
You feel that you are more happier, more content.
Yes.
Right, as opposed to when you were living out in Scotland. Right?
Yeah. The reason is, I think, is weather. When you get sun, I heard the vitamin D is very helpful for you, and also sun produce serotonin, which help you in the sleep in the night times.
Yeah.
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 I like being hot and sunny. Yeah. Even though we get sometimes rain, but it's a beautiful rain.
Yeah. Well, it is like February now, and it's not a rainy season. It's pretty much done. Right, you still have some sprinkles, but I have to tell you, I really love this weather.
Yes.
And the reason being is because it is not hot. It's cool. It's pretty cool.
Yes.
Right, especially at night. I open up all the windows, and it's really cool by me.
I don't need to use air conditioning in the night time.
Yeah, yeah, but maybe next month you probably will.
Probably.
You'll be cranking up that sucker all day long, right?
Yeah.
So if you had a motto in life, in which could inspire and motivate other people, what would that model be?
Well, recently I listened Mostly I listen books now in the audible while I'm driving on my own.
Yeah.
Instead of music, it's the books going on. So what my understandings for the last couple of years, I need to find my why I am
Your
here,
why.
what is my purpose.
Mm.
So when you ask yourself question again, why,
Yeah.
when you understand your why,
Yeah.
it's become easier for you
Yeah.
to do whatever you want to do. So my why is I'm here to look after myself and my family and my community and people living surrounding me. We all have responsibility to the community and people living surrounding to me. Yes. So everything I do, I think about: is it good for me, good for my family, for my children's, and it's good for my neighbor. Even though
Yeah.
I have business, I serve customer, I have responsibility to the customer
Yeah.
that what I told in my menu that you pay for chicken masala 200 peso, I give you this, and I make sure I give them the things I
Yeah.
told them.
Yeah.
So
So your why is greater than yourself,
yes,
right? And I've noticed that for some very successful people, their why is more than just who they are. It's always about other people. It's always about children or the environment or customer client satisfaction. It always has to be a greater force than themselves.
yeah.
Has your why has it ever changed or progressed in through these years?
Well, every time I get or my mind start talking to me something negative or everything, I
Yeah.
remember my why I'm
Yeah.
here, and it's changed dramatically. Yes,
Right.
I'm here to look after. I'm driving. If the motorbiker coming and stopping me on the front, it's happened very often in the Philippines. I don't get angry because
Yeah.
I talk to myself. Look, I'm sitting in a air-conditioned car. No sun, no rain can touch me.
Yeah.
Very comfy. And this guy are running for their job or whatever they want to do for their family, and they're in the rain and sun and everything. Uh, they're more important. So yeah. So every
Wow.
time something
Yeah.
my mind try to talk something negative,
Yeah.
I change. I'm here to make my community better. So yeah.
I do something very similar. I go through a state of gratitude, right?
Yes.
What am I grateful for?
Yes.
And very similar to yours. Yes, I totally understand that. Here in the Philippines, we're constantly getting cut off by bicyclists. We're constantly having trike drivers, going at like 2 kilometers an hour.
Yes.
Right. All of a sudden, we have to stop, and they're right there, right in front of us on a 4-lane road. And you look over to the right side, and it's completely open. Why can't he be on the right side so our fast-moving vehicles could be on the left? But I go inward.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And I ask myself, I am in an air-conditioned car.
Yes.
Okay. This poor guy, and you look at him, he looks like he's like 67, 70 years old, on a tricycle, carting, 2 or 3 people in his cart late at night. Okay. Who is more blessed?
Yes, you're blessed.
Right?
Yeah.
And feeling that level of gratitude changes my my chemistry.
Yeah.
It makes me realize, okay, you know what? Let me just slow down a little bit. I don't have to be at this place that fast.
Yeah,
right?
that's right. Yes.
Just wait until I could safely go around him and just pass him out.
Exactly. Yeah. I can see in your face that how content and your gratitude and blessed. Yeah. This is we all have to do. We have to learn. I'm learning every day. Yes. You mentioned gratitude is the most important things. Once you take your blessing, you, you are so much better than so many other people in the world. We are here sitting down, comfy. So many people in the hospital.
Yeah.
Oxygens. Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
gratitude is very important.
I mean, that kind of reminds me of a cartoon I saw where this guy who's in a Mercedes, right, is looking at a guy who's driving, a sports car, a beautiful sports car, and he says, "Wow, I wish I had that," right? And then next to him is a guy who is in a regular four-door sedan looking at the Mercedes saying, "Wow, I wish I had that." And then next to the guy in a regular sedan is a guy on a motorcycle looking at at the sedan saying, "Wow, I wish I had that four-door sedan." And then next to him is a bicyclist, right? Who's looking at the motorcyclist says, "Wow, I wish I had a motorcycle." And next to the bicyclist is the guy who don't have any of that, right? And saying, "Wow, I wish I had a bicycle so I could get home," right? And then next to him is a guy in a wheelchair saying, "Wow, I wish I could walk," right? So it's all about finding gratitude in what you have in your life. And I think earlier you said that meditation helps you out in relieving a lot of the stress that you've had.
Yes, I do meditations morning when as soon as I wake up, and right before going to bed, sleeping. Now it's happened, I start doing meditations and halfway through I already slept.
Yeah.
So what meditation does is take time. It's take time to understand what meditation does, but once you get used to the meditations, it will automatically, you will start feeling better. You will feel more content, more grateful, more gratitude for your life, for your surrounding, what you have, and eventually you will become more calmer. And when you're more calmer, you do better everything, whatever you do. If you're running a business, you run a business better. If you're working in the office, you do everything in the office because your mind calm. Your mind calm, your body calm, your productivity is higher.
Increases. Yeah. Wow. Well, I do my meditation sometimes at night and sometimes in the day when I first wake up, and I could only tell you how beneficial it has been in my life. So I wish we had more time.
Yes.
I really do. And I am so grateful to have met my new friend. And actually, going to be telling him I want to join him for coffee every now and then.
Yes.
Because one of the things I do miss is higher level conversations like this. And so especially here in Naga. So it's nice to be able to have met you.
I'm so grateful that you came to my restaurant, and I'm grateful that I met you and we're having these conversations. Yeah.
So,
why not? We'll meet again soon, Ray.
Absolutely. So he's been a brand new friend of mine. I'm really happy to have met him. I want to thank you all for being on this podcast. I really appreciate that. And if we're ever in Naga, please come over to the Taste of Spice restaurant on Mayon Avenue. And what's the name of this Penafranca?
It's corner of Panganiban Drive. Panganiban Drive, yes.
Panganiban Drive and Mayon.
Yeah.
Right. So thanks again for being on the podcast.
Thank you.
And I look forward to seeing you again.
Thanks, everybody. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.